Frankie, you are the only one here now, so you get one-on-one coaching. Good, how are you? I think you're on mute.
I was on mute.
What's going on? Look at this, quiet Monday. What's happening?
I
What's
know
happening?
it's so weird because I'm normally like, I'll do PTs in the morning and today I didn't have any. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I can start my day slower because I finish work at 7:30 tonight. So I'm like, well, I'm probably going to burn myself out. So I'll just do like my more quiet things
for
when
sure.
I'm awake. So
Yeah,
that's what I've
yeah.
just been doing now.
How are we feeling with mindset, everything like that, coming off the back of last week?
Um, I'm in a bit of a better space. I think like when I woke up today, when I realized, okay, I've actually got to go do things this
Mhm.
week, I started to get a bit anxious because again, like that's just the resistance there. But I think having the morning off and I don't have anyone until 5 today,
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
allowing me to like ease into my day, get the
Bigger tasks out of the way.
yeah, and then I can
Yeah,
just go into the gym and spend time talking to people.
for
Um,
sure.
that way I can do my calls in the morning without being in the gym because we don't have like a closed off office. Everything's out in the open.
See,
So
that's
people,
super frustrating. Yeah,
yeah. So people just
yeah,
always come up to me whenever I'm trying to do any like task that I need to do.
yeah.
So I just like, you know what, I'm just going to make sure that I keep time at home and just do all that stuff then because
For sure. I think for
otherwise I don't get
you,
it
it's
done.
about the productivity and just
Yeah.
getting stuff done, right? So your bigger tasks, like when you're in the gym, personally, I think all you should be doing is like gym floor and
Yeah.
just like floor to the floor, making sure you're just capitalizing, even if you're not taking sessions as well.
Yeah.
And then at home, like building out back end systems or structuring your day, that kind of thing. I think for you, it's just the
Mm.
growth. That's all
Yeah.
it is. It's just like fear of growth and
Yeah.
probably fear of being fully booked as well, because you know the work that's going to go into it. But
Yeah.
for me as well, we're in very similar situations now. Like I'm up in Perth now, I'm starting fresh, like first day at Revo today. So
Oh,
excited.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Have
thank
fun.
you. So exciting for us because we can just go on this journey together and just go,
Yeah.
all right, like what's working, what's not.
Yeah.
Right, that'll be the biggest thing. So I think for us, just well, if we can this week really focus on lead gen, number
Hmm.
one thing,
Yeah.
even if you just have to like run a mini floor to the floor. And if you've
Yeah.
not seen someone, if like you've seen someone new in the gym, you've never seen them before, you just
Mhm.
approach them straight
Yeah.
away. Just get the
Okay.
details, have a chat. Like from there, Sebi's done it really well where you can just get them booked in, but it
Yeah.
doesn't come across as like I'm giving away something free, so come and have a session with me. It's like if you generate that conversation, it comes naturally, and then you've got the opportunity to open that window and actually get in and book a session with them. You do it that
Yeah.
way, but it's through
Yeah.
genuine care as well, which I think a lot of people, it's more just like greed and getting them to
Yeah.
sell, that kind of thing. We just don't want to come across greedy at the end of the day.
Yeah. No,
Cool.
100%. Because even
Definitely.
when I first started, and there was another girl who started, I think 2 weeks before me. And she was like, oh, like we'll walk the floor together because it was my first day. And she was going up to people, introducing herself. And then she was like asking for their number to see if she could book them in. And I'm like, I wouldn't go about it because you haven't even established any connection yet.
Connection.
Someone.
Yeah. Connection's huge. So yeah, when you just go up and just do you want a free session? I'm
Yeah.
instantly going to say no to that as
Yeah.
well. So I
Yeah.
don't
Same
know
here.
you.
I would be like, I don't know who
Uh,
you are.
Yeah, but if you generate that conversation, like how's your training going, these kinds of things, how long have you been training for, what's the goals, then you follow up with, you know what, a session could be good. Not so much,
Mhm.
do you want a free session? Or I think I
Yeah.
can help you with that nutrition. It's a lot more
Yeah.
natural and it just stems like an easy booking as
Yeah.
well, not so much forced. And
Yeah,
you look around
exactly.
at the PTs, the only reason PTs fail is like lack of movement, but everything is forced and like inauthentic, these kinds of things.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
How have
Yeah.
you gone with the productivity as well and structuring your day? I think you put a post up in school, was it last week? It's in
I
terms of
think it
like
was a,
productivity.
I think it was a couple of weeks ago now.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm getting better at it. Definitely getting better at it. Especially with my programming, because I would spend so much time programming. But now what I'm doing is like I'll make up a a few different programs of different, like, 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, blah, blah, blah. And then depending on someone's goals, I will just schedule them to have that one. So I'm not rewriting
Good.
every person. But
Yeah.
I didn't know that I could do that on
Trainerize?
Yeah, I didn't know. I find it really clunky. So
It
once
is clunky.
yeah, I was good to go. I want to make more programs and stuff like that. But at the moment, my focus is more just to get the leads in. So
I've just found with that kind of thing, these are just tasks that can just weigh you down. Like you can spend a good hour or two on someone's program,
yeah,
and it's just like you're mentally fatigued and you've done a job that's absolutely zero return on investment.
yeah, exactly.
Right, that's the biggest thing. Whereas if you can go out and walk the floor for 15, 30 minutes, you probably find 5 people that are ROI as well.
Yeah.
So, and I've just found through my years of coaching, I will never be a huge advocate for programming.
Okay.
Never. I'll program, but I'll just assign something simple. What I'm an advocate for is, can this person comply to what I've set them? And then there's going to be results anyway. It's like you can do a chest press, a shoulder press, and like a row, a seated row, versus something extreme or like a bench press, then a military press, and these kinds of things. They're both going to reap the same reward if there's like progressive overload applied.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. So even something basic for someone new, I'll always set someone a basic 3-day program initially. And can you comply to that? Then I'll make adjustments for you. If you can't, I'm wasting my time. And you can say that to people as well. Like give them the bare minimum initially and just say, look, I know this is new for you, but we're going to try and follow this program 3 days a week. If you can't follow this, there's no point in us moving forward, right?
Yeah.
I want you to get bored doing this program, then come to me. Get them bored, yeah? Because if they're bored, they're actually following it as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And for you and your programming, it should be, like say for me, we've got, I think it's about 120 clients a week. I probably spend 30 minutes a week programming.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah. So it's just like apply the master programs, which are on Trainerize. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I found having I have like a push-pull legs, and I just go beginner, intermediate, advanced, and label them like that, and just drag and drop as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So it's all these little things that I think, like we always say, focus on the growth task. But if you're doing like programming and then you're doing or like you're just stressing about system and like systems and your client onboarding, these kinds of things. If you've got an extreme retention issue, then you'll look at something like that. I think for you, when we spoke about retention, it was only that we're just not being firm enough.
Yeah, I think it's more because it's more me just kind of letting it go and trying to be there more as a friend rather than be like, you know what, no, this is a priority issue. It's 100%. Not like, for a fact, like if it's something to do with your mental health, this is going to help you. So what's really making you want to stop?
100%. Yeah, and this is the thing, right? So you sit down with them, and when they say, I want to stop, like you get them down, you sit them down in an office or like where you can go for a coffee, that kind of thing, and go, all right, what's really happening here?
Yeah.
Right. Because if you come in, sign the form, see you later, you haven't got a peace of mind in knowing that, okay, was it my service or was it something else? Like people write anything on the feedback form.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I have a 30-day notice in place, so I can sit down with the person and go, all right, what's not working here? Let's change it around. Right?
Yeah.
Because we know they're better off with us. It's just getting them to see that as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So even getting something like that in play, I don't know if you have 2 weeks notice in play or if you have 30 days notice or
2 weeks.
Yeah, cool. 2 weeks is probably plenty of time as well. I'd say if you want to, 30 days is fine as well. I know it seems like a long time, but in saying that, you can always kind of pull the trigger if you want to end someone earlier and they're being frustrating. But then you've also got that 30 days to turn it around. And if they're not complying, it's on them as well. But it's easy for you to go, you just have to change this and you get the results. Once they lose 500 grams on the scale, they go, oh, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
And their mental health starts to feel better. It's usually obsession that kind of drags their mental health down, over scale weight or over looking a certain way. As soon as you can get them obsessed with the process, you have them forever.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Cool. But we'll
Yeah.
come back to it. I'll jump to Kate, and like Kate, even if you want to jump in on this conversation as well, obviously it's nice to have like a smaller call and just make sure you guys are good. But how are we looking for this week, Kate?
Oh yeah.
I'm good. Getting the steps in.
Yeah, it's 6 a.m. here, so I know if I'm at home, I won't want to be on here.
Yeah.
I'll be in bed.
Yeah, that's it. What's going on?
Not much. Feeling better.
Cool.
Gonna do what you said, my action steps, and just do a bit more marketing as well. Because I think I've
For
been a little
sure.
bit not lazy, but just too occupied with all the other stuff.
You get complacent, hey? Like particularly, I think for you, I was just talking to Frankie earlier about like running. You can almost run a floor to the floor whenever you see someone new, you just approach them, right? And just like have the conversation with them. And not so much you'll go in the draw to win 4 weeks free, but just have like show genuine care. I think people just need to be like, they need to feel like people care. Whereas we were talking about other PTs when they go up and they're like, oh, do you want a free session? Well, they don't know anything about us or like how we can help them, that kind of thing. So I think for us though, flawless feedback this week, we're really good. Almost like a similar variation of floor to the floor, but it gives us probably just enough time before we start the marketing marathon, which I don't think you've done one of those yet, hey?
No, I'm
Okay.
excited.
So we do a huge strategy. Yeah, it'll be like massive over Christmas, essentially just generate hundreds of leads as well.
Yeah,
Should
which
be
would be
solid.
good because you get both trainers to it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. How far are we from your partner starting?
Basically, as soon as I can get a client that I know will go to him, he'll start.
Yep.
He's training like my sister and her partner in one of my friends' machines. It's pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the uniform and people are like, oh, the people here. And I'm like, yeah. So at least people are starting to notice, and then just kind of posting it on social media. I'm going to post about the other trainer this morning, be like, I've hired someone, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He goes away
Solid.
for 1 week. It's been kind of annoying because we've done all the shadowing and we've taken a few sessions and now she's going away to Bali, but that's fine. As soon as she gets back, it'll be sweet.
Yeah, okay, solid. I think for us, like, and even when Simon on Frankie, your post where he just said literally just growth tasks, right, will always win. And that's for everyone. Like you can worry about the system, the structure, but for Kate, Frankie, if we can both just get these leads, it's life's so much easier. And I know it's like a tedious task getting the leads, but you can go home, put your head on the pillow at night time at 7, 8 o'clock and go, I've moved the business forward today, which is what we're trying to do for sure.
We were talking about like drop-offs before. I came in a little late.
Yep.
Yeah, because I had that time where I had like 5 or 6 people drop off all at the same time.
Yeah.
Which was like, of course, I thought it was all me and everyone hated it. It was all different like personal reasons. But since then I got very insecure and was like, oh, I have to make sure this and this is right. But it was kind of a good thing because I focused on my retention and what I could do to control like people actually finding value in it.
What do you think was the biggest thing you changed for retention?
Making it more than just a session, so like messaging them
100%.
more, the weekly check-in. I like what's the word? I draft up messages or posts. I'm going to post in the community forums and the group chats and stuff, like motivational stuff to post every day. And yeah, getting people more engaged.
Definitely. Like I think
just the sessions, for a lot of people, they come in for their 2 sessions and they don't see the gym other than that. And they feel like talking to them and we're meeting people and feeling included and stuff like that.
Yeah, and you can wake up every day and change the way you run your business, which is the beauty of it, right? Yeah. So like, I think for all of us, particularly like we're a fairly young group here, we just lack authority sometimes because we believe we aren't authoritative, right? Like I struggled with it for ages, but now it's just like retention will always come from authority and that PT log. And like, did you hit that goal? Okay, that's why you haven't achieved it. Like you haven't dropped weight, that kind of thing. So I think I severely lacked the importance of it from like very early on. I think Sav as well has like started with the PT log and making sure we're getting that done. And then like points of contact. Like if I'm a client and I look at my PTs posting something every single day, it just shows me that they're here as well. Right. It's particularly for you now, Kate, when you're leveraging out, having like a school or having your Facebook group, these kinds of things. I think we'll get school up and running because I think you can do a really good job with that as well, and getting the trainers in and getting them engaged. When you step away, it's so important that you just show up every single day with a little post in there, right?
Yeah.
Providing your value. And I think where people have gone wrong in the past is where they just step away, their school's dry, and they don't post for a week or two, right?
Yeah,
It's just like,
I haven't done it yet, but it's been in the back of my head. I'm scared that with some particular clients who already don't like using the coaching app, we're going to be like, oh, another app.
yeah, and they do. Some people do, right? So,
Yeah.
but in saying that, if you've got 30 or 40 clients using that system, right, and you have these people, right? Some people come in and say, I don't want to use school. I don't want to use Trainerize, these kinds of things. If it's tested and proven over 30 to 40 people and you've got one person that doesn't like it, there's nothing wrong with your system. Right.
Yeah.
That's a person problem and something they've got to work through. And you just say to them honestly, like, this system has worked over 30 to 40 people, right? I'm not going to change it because I know it works and it's going to help you as well. Yeah. You probably had the same thing, Fletch, eh? Yeah. 100%. So are you all good? Is there anything else we need to cover? I think we're in a pretty good place right now.
Yeah, I think we're good. Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful. No stress. Sav, Fletch, do you guys need anything at all? If not,
I think I'm pretty good.
yeah.
I have a question for you though.
Yes.
Well, how long have you been a PT for?
I started in 2021.
Yeah, right. And then
Yeah.
what was it like? Like, what was your journey like when you started to leverage?
It was in terms of like, how did I feel? Or
Yeah.
like these guys, just resistance, like everyone else here, right? So a lot of resistance, but the only thing that I did, I think that a lot of people haven't done, is move really quickly. So I think when I leveraged, I hired someone within a month, and then you just learn as you go. I think a lot of people just start to project what's going to happen into the future when there's absolutely no reason to do that at all, right? You just kind of create extra pressure and stress. Are you looking at leveraging now?
No, not now. I'm just sort of like wrapping my head around it and knowing what direction I want to go in as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it something that I want to do now? Is it something that I see myself doing? So yeah, I'm just sort of asking all these questions and wanting to know what it was like for you.
Yeah, no, I think if you want to create a significant impact on people and people's lives, you have to leverage, right? But you can leverage in the way that you want to leverage. Like, you can run your business the way you want to run it. If that trainer has like 10 clients, 15 clients, whatever it is. I think the biggest thing with leverage, it's like that you make sure you're always seen, though, like we spoke about with Kate, right? Like, you're always super present with every single client. Now, when you're getting to the 50 to 60 client mark, people don't start to do their check-ins, these kinds of things. Obviously, that becomes tough then. But if you can continuously post in school, or like continuously post on Instagram, Facebook, and have all these updates and that kind of thing, it just shows your presence, which we just don't want to lack. Well, have a lack of no presence, right, for you. But I like strongly recommend everyone to sit down and just write their business goals out, but genuinely have a think about this as well. Because fully booked, like Frankie, you're going to get there in no time as well. It's just like overcoming mental hurdles, like we've been speaking about as well. Everyone here is on the, well, Sav, you'd say you're fully booked, hey? Like close to. Yeah. So sitting down now, if you was listening to something this morning, like project yourself 5 years into the future, and what's that look like? So does that look like still taking sessions on the gym floor, or does it look like, what's your lifestyle look like finances, that kind of thing? I think it's a good question to ask, because it's long-term-ish, but enough to kind of go, all right, I want to achieve this by then as well.
Yeah, because like I would love to, I know lots of people say this, but like being an online sort of coach, but having a team of that as well. And because like I originally got into I moved where I am now because I wanted to do acting.
Okay.
And so my passion's actually also acting.
Yeah.
So I sort of wanted to create a business that I could be my own boss and also do acting on the side. So that's why I'm also, if I decide to do leverage, I know that that's also going to take a lot of time, and I'm sort of putting acting, which is my passion, on the side, I feel like.
I'd say with leverage, it doesn't necessarily take a lot of time, right? Like a lot of people think it takes a lot of time because they usually, if it takes a lot of time, you're just thinking about it a lot as well. But if you hire a trainer, you can have them trained and good to go within a month, right? And then you free up 20 sessions a week, which goes towards acting. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just it's the security as well of knowing that, okay, I'm having this come in every single week. But when you start to chase finances, I think everything starts to go down the drain as well. When it's just impact, and I think all of us here do a really good job of actually trying to impact. And for you, Sab, like if you want to get time for acting, I'd be leveraging 100%, right? Even to some capacity to take up your afternoon slots or that kind of thing, where you can kind of like get some time back and go and allocate that to or wherever you need to be. That'd be huge for you and your business as well. But finding someone that's like-minded around a similar age can always be really beneficial as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So have a think about it, like 5-year plan, that kind of thing. It's always nice to have a kind of a think and a sit down and actually project that, what that looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No stress. Fletch.
Yo.
What's going on?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
Not a lot?
Yeah, I'm sort of just actioning a few things we were talking about last week.
Yep.
In terms of just getting a bit more organization into my role as head coach as well. So yeah, I've written down a whole list of shit that is like my role. And sort of just realizing that was all the shit I just had in my head the entire time. And now
what have you got written down there?
Big fucking list. We've got time hold forms, end of journey, answering messages, weekly check-ins, marketing, Kickstarters, training elite, onboarding new clients, paying invoices, managing trainers, business tracking, posting on school, social media, Facebook VIP group. So,
welcome.
What is there anything else you reckon that should be on there that I didn't mention?
I think you've covered everything in terms of like what you physically have to do as well.
Yeah.
But then you've also got like, you've got trainer management, these kinds of things, like just team meetings. I don't know if you got that down there.
Yeah, so I just put managed trainers.
Yeah, managed trainers, that kind of stuff. Now, with that kind of thing, all your school posts and stuff like that, I'm just going to share my screen. I think you should be doing super early, right? Super early in the morning. Now, for me, I think this will just help you. I like to get all my people time, all my contact with people done in the morning, because honestly, it is super frustrating when you've got ding, 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 ding going off all day.
Yeah.
Right. So whether that looks like for you getting up at like within this mark, like a 4 o'clock, which is early. Yeah. But you'll find that honestly, like how bad do you want to live this life as well? Of like, how bad do you want to grow this business? So for you, going to sleep between 8:30, 9:30, getting up here and just having like free time in the morning to just allocate to those kinds of tasks, or like planning your socials, right?
Yeah.
Because as soon as we get to 7, 8 a.m. for everyone here, bang, like your day's on. You've got people to answer, clients are constantly texting you, that kind of thing. And random stuff pops up. Random stuff. And it can take away an extra 30 to an hour for your day. So I don't think there's necessarily anything else you have to do. But genuinely sticking to your diary, I think so many people suck at that.
Yeah.
Suck at it. And
yeah,
you
it's
can
easier
have
as PT sessions, but like not admin tasks, eh?
Yeah. So I'll always do an hour of admin in the morning. And then I'll always have training usually on the back end of it, right? Because if your admin's only taking 30 to 45 minutes, you've got extra time to train, do something for you, get some more steps in, that kind of thing. I think admin comes from, like, I've got anything from Voxer, Slack, school, Pinnacle, and emails.
Yeah.
So just giving everything to everyone for an hour, putting a podcast on, like listening to something that's actually going to free your mind up, chill you out a little bit. And then from here, it's like, okay, I'm good to go. I'd only be, I know it's hard, but I think we spoke about it last week. I'd only be checking school or trainerized messages once a day.
Yeah,
For
once
sure.
a day. Yeah, so I've got that
Yeah.
daily, and you reckon morning as well.
I reckon morning. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Early morning, because it kind of equates for the night before if people need to make adjustments, that kind of thing. And
Yeah,
I'd
for the
only
day.
be having them message you on school as well.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, people only message me on school, bar a couple of people that have my phone number from like earlier clients. So
Yeah,
that's
beautiful.
me through there. That's
Just
fine.
makes your life easier, 10 times easier if you've just
Yeah,
got them
100%.
there.
And then everyone is assigned to their trainer on Trainerize, so they can only
Yep.
message their trainer through Trainerize anyway, which
Beautiful.
is what I'm getting them to do.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just for like scheduling sessions and that sort of shit as well.
Yeah, to take some pressure off you as well. I know it's what I'd be doing is training these guys to onboard the client, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Right.
So at the moment, my onboarding new clients is literally just giving them a bit of homework, getting their daily habits and program sorted out, and then I book out 45 minutes for onboarding.
Yep.
Like an onboarding session,
Mhm.
and 15 minutes of that is where we're all sitting down in the office, just talking about what everyone's role is, what we expect from them, what they can expect from the in-person trainer, and what they can expect from me. Just making sure that my fitness pal is connected properly and just all that sort of random shit. Just about 15 minutes. So but then they'll go out with their trainer and then do a fitness test workout with measurements and before photos and a weigh-in as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. So these are even some things that, because if you're booking out 15 minutes with them.
Yeah. So just with me is 15 minutes. Yeah. But I'm having trouble with Loom at the moment because I made an onboarding video talking about what we expect from them, that sort of shit as well.
Cool.
And to sort of like get rid of that 15 minutes that's there. But there's something wrong with Loom, and it's freezing at a certain point all the time for every single person.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you've had that issue.
Nah, it's just search troubleshooting or something. You probably have, but something like that, right? There'll be an update or something like that, I can guarantee. With that, I'd 100%, that'd probably be my first priority, is getting that into school, because that frees up random 15-minute slots that you have to be there for. And across 5 people a week, that's an extra, you know what I mean? Hour and a bit.
So, and that's that. I was looking at this list, like what can I get rid of? You know what I mean? And that's the first thing to go.
Backwards planning. Yeah, that's 100% the first thing to go, because on sign up, you set that standard straight off the bat. So even that's going to take you like an extra 15 minutes on sign up, and your consults go for an hour 15, an hour 30, you're actually there already. It's not like coming back and then your day is like random with people you've got to catch up with and match with the trainer, which is the stupid part, right? So, but I see why we're doing it, because you want to make sure like authority is there. But set the authority in the initial consultation, right? If you have to do that 15, do that 15, get them onto school. These are my expectations of you, right? Sean's going to take you from here to make sure we get what we need to. I'm here for 24/7 support. If you have issues, come to me. But like Sean and I work together every single day to make sure you have the best experience possible. When you do that and you're good and you can set it free and you've got that system set up in Slack. Have you got Slack yet?
It's Slack. Yeah.
Cool. So you're doing like the sign-ups where you've got the tick and the X as well. If you do that. Yeah. So that's something you can do, right?
Yeah, because that's what I do in that 15 minutes, is just make sure everything's all good. So cool. So Slack.
Yeah. So Slack, I think have I showed you that screen before?
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Cool. Sweet.
And then I also need to be building out school as well. That's the other thing, not just posting on school. So I need to set aside time to build out school.
Yeah. What's your day look like now? What time are you up? That kind of thing.
So look, So up at 5:30.
Yep.
And I sort of, up at 5:30, I've got a little bit of time for breakfast and that sort of shit. And then my first session is normally about 7.
Okay. Yeah. What time are you getting to bed at night? Are you getting 8 hours or?
That's Sean, by the way.
What's going on, bro?
What'd you say?
What time are you getting good sleep? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to bed at like 8:30 most of the time. If not
Okay,
earlier.
easy.
Yeah.
So even see, like, if you can go to bed at 8:30 and get up at even 4:35, you're creating that extra hour where everything is like alleviated off you.
Yeah.
And I know it's a lot to get up. Like an early get up it's hard for everyone, right? But your body will get used to it. Frankie, I think you get up at 3:30, like most days, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
3:30 is that's getting pretty insane. But it's at the end of the day, it's like, how badly do you want to get your time back, Fletch? Like from 3:30 to 6:30, you're like no one's messaging you.
Yeah.
It's like a school. It's a
I
perfect
can just
school.
deal with everything then.
Yeah.
And then cool. Because if anything is super urgent as well, I'll be dealing with it before anyone's up anyway. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. And look, if someone's messaged you saying they can't make their session on the day, they haven't given you that enough notice anyway. If they don't rock up, then possibly you go and check their messages and you've got a message from them there.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas, when you're waiting for people to message all the time, your mind is in a million different places.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, even just having your stuff on the page is so much better.
Yeah, just writing stuff down, like 10 times better.
I didn't realize how much I just had in my head the entire time.
Yeah.
And then I got Simon constantly asking me for a fucking business tracker because I haven't done it in ages. But like I still track the numbers, but I use Airtable, like similar to how you use Monday, but I use that to track all the numbers and shit. And he doesn't want it like that. Like I could send him something from there, but he doesn't want it like that because it's just another thing he has to learn how to read. So he just wants him to track it. And I just keep putting it off because I keep fucking forgetting. But if I block out time to actually get it done on a Friday or something, then
look, I was the same with that shit. Right, with the trackers, I was terrible, so bad with it. But once you start doing it, your life becomes 10 times easier. And it sounds very stupid, but it's like that tedious task that you can think about for the whole week. I'll show you this quickly as well. So in Monday, all I've done, and this would be good for you, Fletch. Like I know you use Airtable as well.
Yeah.
But if you want to, so I've got everything here. Like we're running like a floor to the floor. I've got business tracker, financial tracker.
Yeah.
All I do is go business tracker here and see I was terrible here, but coming into October, I've been a little bit more onto it as well.
Right.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
And like for me, I'm with Excel, I've struggled to read it and I struggle to adjust it when I've missed a calculation up or something like that. Right.
Yeah.
So this is a way of doing it. Now, obviously Excel is great because it's just simple for most people and it's cheap. And this is like, it's just easy to navigate for most, but for me, it's just a lot easier like that. And then even for you, Fletch, like what's great about this kind of thing, and everyone, if anyone wants to use this, guys, it's not expensive either. Like it's not expensive at all. It's a lot nice to kind of, I suppose, organize your life. We'll just have floor to the floor, like leads come in, just walk around the floor and then just get a QR code for them to scan as well. So I think you've got, there's a QR code generator here somewhere with the form, right?
Yeah,
so you can copy the link, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. So
that's what I've got. Airtable does the same thing as well.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure this is pretty similar to Airtable. So but yeah, like with my tracking, it's all like sort of at the present time, and I can't look back and see, you know what I mean? Because I don't track it every week. I just, when I get a new client, I put it in there. When someone leaves, I take it away. Do you know what I mean? And so I couldn't go back and say what were you making on fucking July 1st? You know, I couldn't tell you that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the reason why the business tracker is good as well.
For
You can see the
sure.
progression over time.
It's progression, and I think I don't know, like sometimes you have a week where you lose more than others, right? And it's good to look at trends as well. Or like if you've implemented something new into your business on this week and you've seen a drop or you've seen a lot of like gain, usually it's going to be less or more leads, right? And consults. then you know why as well.
Yeah. That's the other thing. I just struggle with some of the things to like write in there as well. Like leads generated is like, I don't know. I don't generate lead like a fucking
You
people
book
just-
consults.
they just book consult. You know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
this is one thing you can do, guys, as well. So leads is obviously potential consults. That's what they are. Now, if I think a couple of people have actually messaged me saying they struggle with this as well, with like leads and then I think consults booked. If you just want to go consults booked, just go consults booked.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, even
Right.
just tracking the 'cause, yeah, I've never really tracked my conversion rate that well. Like I've known that it's been about, you know, like 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then there was a couple of weeks there that were, you know, like a 10 out of 10. But other than that, I don't really know what
Yeah.
the numbers look like or whatever. So
I'd be looking at it going forward, like particularly Fletch, if you hire a manager, for everyone that gets a team member on, like you wouldn't be far off hiring a manager, right? If you want to do
it's
that
something
kind
I've
of
got to
thing.
look at as well, because I think this gym is like it's starting to get towards its potential. At least with my trainers, and if we can get another trainer in here, to be all right. But
Yep.
but they're opening up another gym down south as well that they've already asked me if I want to move into. So
Nice. Perfect.
yeah,
It's a
well
good
they've
opportunity.
mentioned it for sure. It'll be a brand new club. It just means I will need extra help managing the two clubs. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. So if Marley's there and she's like capable and can sell and these kinds of things, and you put her on not retention, you put her on commission structures, these kinds of things, it's a great way to go about it. Now, that's when I would be meticulously tracking. Well, not only for you, obviously you've got a good conversion rate now. A lot of people here are like that 80 to 100%. Your manager will have a worse one initially. I think Bailey was 50 to 60 for a long time, but then like something has to change as well, which could be the biggest thing. So I think for us, like brain dumping is something huge, like getting home at night, just writing everything down so you can actually sleep. Like a lot of people just struggle with thinking about what to do the next day. Or even in the morning, like writing down everything you have to achieve. And even like look, a long list has never really worked for me because it's like, oh my God, I've got so much to do. But things in your head that are stopping you from moving forward, which is probably all that clutter you had, Fletch, was huge.
Well, sometimes you write shit down and I go, all right, I just got to write everything down that I need to do today. And then it's not even that long, but it seems so fucking long in your head. You know what I mean? And it's like, I swear there was more, but I even made the mistake of like looking at my messages before I went to bed and someone sort of said something a little bit negative about, something, and then,
ruins you, hey?
about it. Yeah, it fucking does. Yeah.
Ruins you. So even if you see a cancellation when you check when you weren't supposed to check, and then it's everything is a whirlwind from there, right? Like it's, what went wrong? How can I fix it? These kinds of things. For everyone here, I don't care which level you're at, I would be checking it once a day. Right, for sure. Absolutely. 100%. So, but I think,
in terms of like marketing, it's not, to be honest, I would rather for the time being put build out school in like a time that I would be doing marketing and just have those sort of consults and autopilot keep coming through for the time being. But yeah, how many hours do you spend on marketing per week?
Oh, for you, like right now, like we said, I don't think we need to too heavily. When you do go into marketing, I don't think marketing should take you any longer than 3 to 5 hours a week.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I don't think so. For everyone here as well. Like when you're walking the floor of your gym, if you're doing a floor to the floor, flawless feedback, it doesn't take an hour.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people.
It's just like I'm incorporating calling leads into that as well.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So okay. So you're probably looking at, I'd say 5 to 8 if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
I know for me, if it's a floor to the floor walk, it should really take you 15 to 30 minutes, right, to hit. And that's a high volume gym. That's a lot of people, right? So actually booking out just 30 minutes, because a lot of the time you walk onto the gym floor, if you've booked it out to do an hour, you've done 15 minutes, then you're lost and you go, oh, what do I do now? Whereas if everything's actually planned, you've got 30 minutes in, then the next 30 minutes, you're going to, I don't know, input them somewhere or that kind of thing. It makes it so much easier. Much
send
easier.
That text message or whatever.
Yeah, send the text, that kind of thing. Your life is just so much easier. And just making sure that there's a point of contact. Now, obviously, if you're flat out, Fletch, as well, and you can't send the text message, it's fine. Right? If you send it within the week, that's ideal. Like you're in the draw, you're entered. And that's for everyone, right? But just it's about client experience.
I think that if I
It's
can
about
just
experience.
block out some time in the calendar for just if it just says marketing, then I just know that that's my focus for that time period. Even if it's just like catching up on text messages from last week or making the calls and whatever. So
yeah, this is huge as well, and for everyone. Like, and I think this topic is actually really beneficial for everyone, like what we've been speaking about now. So blocking your time and not necessarily putting the task in there, but if you just block 2 hours and it's social media, you have 2 hours of creative time for social media. Something good's going to come out of that.
Yeah.
Right. But if you're like putting like, I have to film this video, this video, this video, this video, it's overwhelming again because you're thinking about the time in the social media block that you have to do all of that. Right. So there's these different tasks and they work for everyone, but I think it's getting the stuff done you don't want to do early in the morning. Right. So for you, Fletch, like sitting down, I don't know how many check-ins you get a week, but sitting down and replying to all of them.
Like 18 at the moment. Yeah.
Good.
It was
It's really good.
I have to do that today, and actually I don't really have that much time booked out for it. It's taking me a fucking while. It's like 5 minutes per video and then maybe 2 minutes in between each person.
So I honestly, I'd be transitioning to messaging, I think.
Yeah, right. I
know
messaging.
We've gone back and forth as well on this, but it's
I actually just hate messaging as well.
Messaging,
like it's easier for me to talk to the camera like I'm talking to them.
okay.
I prefer that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and do this though when you've
time.
got 15 more clients on your books.
Yeah. And like there's 30 something clients on there, and not everyone's doing a check-in yet. You know what I mean?
And not everyone will. If you can get 40 to 50% doing a check-in, it's great. Like really good, really good numbers. So I'd say for you, I think the best way to coach people is direct. And I'll always think that. So setting them action tasks like we set you guys. Action task 1, 2, 3. I've reviewed your check-in. Everything looks good. I'll only touch on something if I need to now. The amount of times I've written 7 to 8 hours sleep, that's great. Like they know that's good. So actually being direct with your coaching, and this could help retention as well, not just saying you did a great job this week, let's keep it up. That's not really coaching. That's being a hype man. So reviewing things that went wrong in their check-in and going action 1, put your phone down before bed at night, sleep. 2 liters of water, make sure it's prepped and in the fridge ready to go in your water bottle for the morning. That's coaching to me.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, I've just implemented something in there in my check-in that says set a goal that you can achieve before your next check-in. And then it's did you achieve that goal or not as well underneath that.
Yep. So that's almost a PT log kind of thing as well. It's perfect.
Yeah. So and I've just started using this in my PT session log, these fucking little books. I just bought these like in a 5-pack. They come in a 5-pack for like $3. Just as something that they can keep as well. So they've got their accountability task with them at all times. Because instead of having like a massive folder and that sort of shit, I just give them to them. And if they don't bring the book, then it's burpee. You know what I mean? So that was the issue I was thinking about, is they're just not going to fucking bring it, but they will if we make them do burpees.
And like a lot of people will say, oh, my clients won't do this. You don't know that until you've made them do 20 burpees.
Yeah, that's true. Battle ropes, everyone fucking hates battle ropes too. That's
battle ropes is a good one. Ski ergs, they're all good. Anything that's high intensity and a lot of cardio, some people will comply. Right. But what stands for one client has to stand for all of them as well, because it makes your life 10 times easier. If you've got that structure and that system to go in, all right, I've got a client now, we go grab weight, PT log. You can sit down for 5. I reckon sitting down for 5 with a client is huge. I do it with most of them just to see how the week's been. Why didn't we hit the task? Right, let's go out and do your burpees. And if they don't like it, I don't like it. But you're paying me to get you a result at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
No, cool. And then the next thing on here is Kickstarters. How many hours per week would you like set aside for Kickstarters? Because at the moment I've just got my entire 7 to 7 available, and if there's something in there, you can't book it, and it's just whenever they can book it.
So you've got for Kickstarter, as in like a console or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose I will always block out. I've actually got it blocked in my diary. I think it's 7 to 10, and then 4 to 6
Mm.
the consults as well. So they're backed up. But if you've got, it's again like how often are you at the gym and what's your availability like? I
Yeah.
think for you, Fletch, now because you've got a lot of stuff going on, you're managing a lot of people, your clients won't understand how busy you are either. As you
Mm.
start to step away, they're going to think, oh, Fletch is doing nothing now, just naturally,
Yeah.
because they don't see all the work that goes into the back end. But for
Yeah.
you coming into a business and doing like 3 or 4 to 7, 3 to 6 with consults, your mind and you're in consult mode as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Mode is huge, like your
Mm.
flow and actually what you're in. Whereas if you go consult, 15 minutes of social media, 15 minutes of messaging, like, yeah, consult again, it goes,
Yeah.
it's all over the place. No worries, Kate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just structuring that to make sure it's all
I think
smooth.
this is I think this is going to be huge, just for the productivity of my business.
Yeah.
Because when I think about when Simon just says, I can just smash out school, you can finish like 5 videos in a day, and I'm like, how? Like I don't see that happening because everything's so unstructured. But
whereas if you've got literally Fletch like 4:30 to 5:30 in the morning is creativity or school, there's at least 5 videos planned in there, and then the next day they're filmed, and then it's done.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we'll chuck this in morning too, then we're out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And then I'm just gonna post on school every Monday and Friday, and that's it. So Friday check in, Monday value post, and then Sean and Marley is gonna post twice each as well. Just because I know they're gonna have yellow sessions, so I've just said as a minimum posting twice, and they're sort of sticking to that.
Now, are they, for your peace of mind as well, are they labeling their diary yellow when they don't have someone show up? Good. Okay. And red, that kind of thing. Beautiful. That's what we want them to do, because at the end of the week, you can just go in and count their sessions really easily as well. It's all about convenience for you now, right? Now, systems and structures, they're not so relevant for most people because they waste so much time on them. But for you now, it's like, these make my life 10 times easier. And look, if that tracking your business, that is easier for you to comprehend and understand with those numbers, I'd be doing that. That's why I've switched to Monday, because my brain just resonates with that so much more.
Yeah, cool.
And send it to me, send it to Simon, we'll have a look and where you're at, that kind of thing. Even if you just want to go and use a simpler kind of system for you to just see the progression of the business each week in terms of finances, just so you can see if you're progressing moving forward. I love simple tracking. Like, all right, have I gained more clients than I lost this week? Okay, the business is moving forward. Like, it's just how my brain thinks as well. But so I've just kind of simplified it into, let's get these consults. What's our drop-offs? How many have we gained? Okay, we're growing. It's good.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
No reason to worry.
No, sweet.
Cool.
I think the only other thing I have on here is managed trainers. Obviously we've got weekly meeting on Monday. Weekly meeting on Monday. Plus sometimes they send me some urgent messages as well. So just random things like, it's not super urgent though.
How do they contact you?
Slack.
Okay, so if it's urgent, message me on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, I get notifications on Slack.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So
I think it's and you can do that as well. Like
I got my phone
suppose for
number as
me. Okay, like if it's
call.
urgent, ring me. Yeah, for sure. I'd be doing that. That's all I do with Bailey, like my manager, because then okay, I actually have to pick up here. Like that sounds bad, but you look at all the good CEOs in the world, they all have time to do these kinds of things. Right? And they all block stuff out. Look at Dan Martelli. He does his book is what's it called? Is it How to Buy Back Your Time or something like that? Okay. But his YouTube videos, I'm heaps better watching instead of reading, I've realized, because I can take notes a lot easier. He's got a video. I might actually share this for you now so you can actually have a look at it. The video that I'm talking about. Let's go here. And this is for everyone, guys, that if you struggle with time management, this guy's helped me heaps. So this guy here, yeah, Buy Back Your Time is his book.
Yeah. Okay.
So I would have watched it. So here, how CEOs schedule their day.
Yeah.
Now he's a big advocate for having no blank time in your diary.
Yeah.
And color coding everything. For me, I find color coding everything overwhelming. It like stimulates my brain. And I'm really
I color code everything in the fucking
So
I saw your calendar was just all blue.
I'm all
Like,
blue because it's just like that's my day. That's what I have to do. But yeah, like for some people, just having that there, you've got family time, and like most of us got partners here. You've got your partner, you've got your business, you've got you time. Like when you've got the color there, I'm allocating this certain amount of time to everything. But yeah, just making sure that you guys are treating yourself right. It comes across in consults and that kind of thing as well, right? So in terms of trainer management, I'd be making sure they respect your time now, and you respect their time. Like if they're not, just message them when you need to, and if anything's urgent, guys, just give me a message or give me a call.
Yeah, give me a call. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, cool. And then I've got social media and Facebook VIP group, but that honestly can just sit on the back burner for now. I'll just post my story every now and then until I've got a bit more time for that.
Add something in flesh, like for the guys. If you put up 3 stories a day, guys, and tag Forte, I'll give you an extra $50 in your invoice.
Yeah.
Like these kinds of things, they generate more income. So it's like initial hit for long-term reward.
Yeah. No, fair enough. I'm going to bring it up with them in the meeting in a couple of minutes as well. I'm gonna put like a bonus in place. I'm just gonna buy like a Visa gift card for like, let's say $200. $200 for the first person that goes a whole week without a yellow session, and then just do whatever you can to try and get that. You know what I mean?
Just
shit like that. And that's $200 on a Visa. I can claim that instead of just paying them cash or whatever. So I'm gonna bring that up in a second as well. But do you think that's it's sort of like a bonus for the first person to get it done, rather than if you get it done, you will get this. Is that
it's a fair way to do it because it's friendly competition. No worries, Sab. It's friendly competition, and
cool.
I suppose when they start doing it consistently, you go, all right, guys, like you've shown me you can do this. I'm going to reward you every time you get this done. We can do this.
True.
That's the thing. So it can be anything, like flex, like fuel cards for these guys at their age, huge. Things that actually help them, groceries, that kind of thing. Be massive. I love it. Like you just got to think outside the box and think what's going to get them to comply. Whoever has the most check-ins done this week, gets this. Check-ins huge because they're engagement.
I had another one as well. I think it was like and I've been implementing a Kickstarter commission as well right now. So if they book a Kickstarter and they end up signing up, if they end up signing up for a goal, they get $200. So, and just silver less and whatever.
Perfect. Like really reward them as well, because this is what keeps people around. Like where else can you go talk to someone for 10 minutes and get $200?
That's true.
Like crazy money.
Sometimes just don't know. Like I still have to prop them to do it, which is so weird to me. You'll forever have to prop them because they're not you. So I'll forever have to prop the guys to say, do your PT log. It's so simple, but and we've spoken about it 20 times, but why are we not doing it? Okay, cool. Because I thought that was just because it's new and it's something like I've only recently implemented those books. But cool.
Super frustrating, but that's the life of management and like getting people to move as well. So don't worry about that. Just keep reinforcing, Cool.
Because I feel like even just if someone told me that they would get $200 if they booked a Kickstarter, I'd be on the floor in my spare time. These guys are just sitting at the desk right now, chatting. By the way, they're just sitting over at the front, doing fucking nothing because they've got half an hour until we start our meetings.
That's why you're running the business.
Pretty much.
Right? Because you move. So like, and you can go in that meeting and say, why is no one on the floor? Do it. First thing you say to them, right? There's how many clients are on the floor? How many people on the floor right now?
Like none.
It's like,
there you go. That's fucking This is a tiny gym as well. Like this is is about, you can see it goes about that long, and that's
Yeah,
about it.
gotcha.
It's a
Yeah.
big box like that. So, yeah, it's not the biggest gym in the world.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyone's gym is just super quiet at the moment, but ours is just like in general. It's like this time is not normally this dead. It's just, I don't know, it's just a quiet time of year.
Yeah, it is for sure. Heading into Christmas, and then we start the marketing, that kind of thing. I think you've got Christmas, and then you've got that initial big, like Feb is when it starts to kick up again because people are coming back from holidays, that kind of thing. So, but yeah, man, like keep doing what you're doing. Just know that everything you're experiencing is probably right now. Same as Frankie.
Yeah.
Like everything you're going through is just that hesitancy that we work through as well. But I think we're good there. Did that stuff help you, Frankie, as well?
Yeah,
The time management, that kind of thing. Yeah, cool, beautiful,
Fucking
awesome.
helped me a lot. to be
Yeah,
honest.
perfect.
Yeah, just being able to set some time aside for that sort of shit.
It's the biggest thing for us, Fletch, and for you, I think, is like actually acknowledging that you're running a very successful business here and you deserve the time to block out like that.
Yeah.
You're running a $200,000 business. Like a lot of people businesses don't make it to that, particularly in 6 to 12 months time. Now you look at, as you get busier now, you actually have to say to yourself, okay, I deserve this time to be more productive. Like my time needs to be respected. You're not just like some random PT, right? Like it's
No, fair enough.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. That's it.
Awesome. All right, guys, we'll wrap things up here. Hey, nice quiet one to start the week. I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow in sales. All right, we'll go from there.
Cheers,
All right, guys, see you later.